flash around. So that's fine. We understand things change, landscapes change. This is why we're thankful that we've got staff working on this, because to let this deal go, I think would be catastrophic for this municipality. Without really fighting to make it credible and do something for it.
Carry it through till the end of the year in January. We look back at some of these options that we've talked about.
When we know who we're dealing with.
I was just going to suggest that at a certain point in the year, when you get to bonus on the road or you're using financial stuff, you're going to start slicing it pretty soon. I think you've got the general answers. Mark said, yeah, you see where I'm going. Just thinking in terms of that area. Yeah, instead of Gary said, you're going to start thinking about it.
Some of those questions diverge. I do feel it's necessary for us to respond to that because it is going to cause problems for us. Because South-Huron's expectation is that single train is not on the table. South-Huron doesn't give it. If they understand right now, as a Chinese agreement, that single train was not an option. So for us to go forward with a single train after they've withdrawn because single train is not on the table is actually going to cause problems for us.
We don't know if they're withdrawn.
No, but they're
you know something?
They're not doing the full build, and if we're committing to a full build and we're proceeding, they said it's going to cause a problem. So, and if we go on to full, I'm just saying it has potential to cause problems. It's fine. I do have another question actually. Maybe you have some.
The only thing I want to be clear is that the difference between one train and two trains is totally different capacities.
Yes, I do.
So that you're not going two trains because it's a different technology, it's a different capacity. If they're 52% of your flows, if those partners leave, you're left with 48%. That's what I say. The worst case scenario, you're still building this thing, it would be a little
excessive. And I understand that, no doubt. It would be foolish, as Councillor Russell said before, it would be stupid for us to go with full build. But at the same time, we have to have an understanding with South-Huron who had. So, anyways, there's some complications there that need to be addressed. I guess my question to you, Mr. Stanton, is how long have you projected that we would actually extend the dent? Because you're talking 10-year time frames for the actual payments to the capital, but you have far longer reach for the actual debt load. And I'd like to know what the full reach of that is.
I haven't pushed the full limit, but I put it over 15 years.
15.
We could go look at 20, which brings it down a bit, but 15 is a reasonable period of time to pay off the debt, and then, as I say, start to build your reserves, because you will have to start replacing some of the treatment stuff. So that's where I was kind of going, shorten up the debt, we built it in, but then we want to be putting it in place. I'm just trying to think, the green, is that 20 years? It's 20 years, but it's at 2.4%. So you've obviously taken advantage of that.
Okay. Councillor Russell.
Councilman McGuire just told me no, so thank you, Gary.
You're most welcome.
Councillor Russell.
Just when we look at scenarios next month, I basically I'm going to vote against this plan. Personally, I do not believe we can. If December 31st comes, I'm against this plan. As far as I'm concerned, I will be against this plan for a lot of reasons that I can want for now. I was told that we had this meeting so that I could attend it, and I'm very happy. I can give you 2 pages of historical perspective. The fact is, there's certain things that have left out all along, and we won't get into some. When you talk about flow, I want to talk about hard stuff. Okay? Because this is all planned for a big pipe and golf flows, right? But I know back in the 1980s, we worked in Sewage without a sewage treatment plant. We tried to get into the Arcona sewage treatment plant. When manna fell from the end of heaven from the NDP government, and we were able to get a beautiful sewage treatment plant, we were not allowed in there. We tried to get into Grand Bend with Aldwater Drescher, which is now South Bend Estates. We were not allowed. They wanted to annex us. We talked about a greater Grand Bend area, or at least Grand Bend Council did. Where I'm going to is all through that period, we still had most of our customers on septic tanks. We had a report last Saturday that says that we have a good future in whether it's in a septic tank or it's in a large centralized collection system. But no matter what we do, we will face for a longer period of time septage, which is hard stuff, black stuff, we'll call it that way. And I guess, would that be one of those scenarios? Because my understanding, I'm not technical, I kind of reduce things to, as you probably well noticed. I would never be accused by Jerry of being an engineer or aspiring to talk like one. But the fact of the matter is, in this community, there's a lot of black poop that comes out of septic tanks, has to go somewhere. A profit is being made locally by another municipality without mentioning any names. We all know it's Elsa Craig. But the fact of the matter is, it's not in this scenario right now. And this future of municipalities is going to be predetermined by one simple fact. Whatever the scenarios you've been doing, and you have said in the reports, I've heard you say that you're proud of the planning that this municipality has done. You told us that we've been ahead of the curve, and I'm proud of this amalgamated community. But I think to go further, what we have to start looking for is revenue streams outside of the revenue streams that exist right now under the tax rate for user pay to people for whatever it is. If in fact those revenue streams have to be taking the black poop and turning it into a product, or as we look at a scenario and our partners aren't there with us and we have to use that federal money in a wise way, if in fact we have to do that, that shouldn't change any of those scenarios. But we might end up with a revenue stream, because what I fear is that if when we get to the point and we're looking at the capital costs, we start saying we're not going to do the life cycle replacement. When manna falls from heaven every generation, which it does, and you've seen it before, and I've seen it 3 different times. We got the natural gas into this community. We got all kinds of infrastructure over the last 30 years. Every time we haven't planned for the 30 years beyond. What we always plan for is, oh, thank you very much. This is the first time we planned for beyond. Councilor Roman was talking to that issue. Life cycle replacement is very important. You get $15 million, or we only get the 8 or something. If we end up building a smaller plant, I don't care. I don't want to take all the manna from heaven if we can't use it to afford it. But I want to know that when we spend that $8 million, we've got life cycle replacement costs built in immediately, and we can afford to build it immediately for one simple reason. It's a gift. It's other taxpayers, but it's a gift. And if we don't build it in immediately, then what we've done is I shouldn't use that term. We've let go away the real benefit of it, which is not paying interest. Let the feds, I guess, they're paying interest. But Mr. Flaherty's telling us now, no more manna from heaven. We're going to pay it off. So this may be the last kick at the cat for, let me see, what is it, a generation of conservative governments? And the way things are going with the conservative government, you know, we might have things in the future where we're going to have legislation or money that's falling from them that's going to be predetermined by things like crime that is unreported. Well, that would be like a flow chart or capacity charts that you would look at. You can't make a report based on those things. I want stuff that's based on statistics, and I want life cycle replacement from day one. We can't afford this plant right now as far as I'm concerned, but there is something in the works in January what we can afford, and we can plan for development, and we can do it. But right now we haven't, and I think the committee reported excellently on this last Saturday. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Just clarification from my colleague. Are you stating unequivocally you're against a sewage plant, period? Or are you, you're against this proposed?
I can't afford this Cadillac in my brain.
Okay, this proposed plant.
Yes.
Well, it may be a Hummer. We don't know if it's a Cadillac, or it could be a Volkswagen. We're not sure. So can just a question for you. Just to make sure we're clear here. The life cycle costs on the $27 million plant, correct? Perfect, because that's what we're replacing. We're not replacing a subsidized plant. We're replacing a plant, right? Perfect. So we know. Good question.
I just want to speak in support of what Councillor Russell just said. I think we can't do anything but that in this day and age. And I think we have to think in terms of debt reduction and not into extending ourselves further. Regardless of whether we have a revenue stream from users, I think we have to think in other terms, additional revenue streams in order to keep it self-sustaining as much as possible, right? That's the new wave. That's where we are right now. That's sustainability. And I think with the economics as they are internationally, we need to think smart. We can't extend ourselves to our other limits. We already pay over $2 million a year in debt repayment. And we've got to think, we have to release that kind of money back.